welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to build a decent starter home on Bloxburg for beginners, and I'm also going to be featuring some tips and tricks for building. And this is part 1 where I'll be working on the exterior plus some tips and tricks like I said. And so why don't we just get into it. I will be doing part 2, the interior, coming out soon, but right now this is the exterior. So to start off, we're going to start off with some tips and tricks, just some tips real quick for building, where I'm going to show you how to do 2 things with advanced placement and without advanced placement. So the first thing, you always want to add some pillars to your builds, obviously, and I just want to show you, so when you're building a house or a building or whatever it is you're building, if you don't have the advanced placement game pass, which I really recommend you getting if you have Robux, if you don't have it though, add the pillars first, to make because you always want pillars in the corners of your builds. So add the pillars first in every corner and then use the walls and connect the pillars. This won't work if you don't have the game pass. Then it won't let you put the pillars first. You'll have to connect the dots kind of with the walls. But if you do have the advanced game pass, you can do it the way I just did it, but easier much. You can just start off with the walls and then add the pillars once you're done. I really don't know what I'm building. This is kind of going to be, I think I'm just going to show you some tips and tricks first, and then maybe make this into the starter home. But basically, if you don't have advanced placement and you want to add pillars to your builds to make them look better, add the pillars first in each corner and then connect it with the walls. But if you want to do it the other way, if you have advanced placement, then you can do it the other way or the same. It really doesn't matter. You can add the pillars last and the walls first. Right now I really don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to connect this, and this is going to be our starter home. And for today I'm just going to be doing the interior, but soon I'll do a part 2 to this video and I'll do the exterior. And so for the pillars, you always want to paint them the most people do just the plastic texture and the color white, and then you can copy and paste them around in each corner of your build. So I'm just going to be coloring each of them the white plastic texture, and then we'll get on to showing you the starter home, although I might show you one more trick similar to the last one. But yeah, so I colored these. First, we're going to show you a door. So never use this door, the basic door. I mean, you can use that door if you're doing a budget home build, but don't use it on the outside. It just doesn't look good for a front door. And then, so for front doors, my personal favorite is using the traditional door set. So I'm just going to use this traditional door for the front. I think it looks really cute. And another thing you want to add to your build is always add some front porch or a little back porch. This is when the basement game pass really comes in handy. You can go into basement and add a flat roof, and then you can adjust it and elevate it, so you can have a little elevated front porch, obviously. And if you have advanced, you can fix the door. If you don't have basement or advanced, then you can just use a floor and a basic door. But also, to make a really cute front porch, if you have advanced placement and basement, which are my 2 favorite game passes, along with Excellent Employee, obviously, to make money. Those are the only ones I have. Well, of course, I have multiple floors too, but you don't need that because you can make really cute first story houses. And so what you're going to do to make a nice elevated front porch is you're going to put one front porch, whatever height you want, and then you're going to do another flat roof in the same exact place, and then you're just going to use the arrow keys, and you're going to move out the sides of the roof, and just like this. So it's a little step up thingy, and I think it's really cute. And now let me just show you one more tip real quick. So if you have a front porch and you want an awning thingy, a roof hanging out, so if you have advanced placement, you want to, I'm going to show you what to do if you have advanced placement and if you don't. If you don't have advanced placement, Actually, if you do have advanced placement, then you can put the roof first and then you can put the pillars, because it works either way. Pillars first, pillars last, it doesn't matter, but it's just like this. So you can have a little roof thingy hanging up with some pillars, which is normally what I do on top of my front porches or like an awnings in my garage, But if you don't have advanced placement, then this is what you can do. You can want to put the pillar first, and then you can put the roof on top of that, because it will not work the other way around if you don't have the Game Pass. But like I said before, I really recommend you spending 200 Robux if you can and getting the advanced placement Game Pass, and also get the basement one, which really comes in handy when making basements and porches and different things, elevated areas. And also there's that little tip there for using advanced placement and for not using to make a little awning thing with a pillar. And now we're moving on to roof. So my personal favorite roof is the gable roof, which I am just going to use automatic placement to do that. And the glass roof is also cute in some builds. I wouldn't put it here though, because that would just look pretty ugly. And another one of my favorite roofs is the slanted roof, which I use that in some of my builds too. I like to use a variety of roofs. It's always good to mix things up a bit. This just looks really cute. And I also forgot to say, guys, for when you're a beginner building, always have some dimension in the builds. Don't do like just square builds. That just won't look good. Square houses, always do dimension, like different shapes and things. That's what makes it good. And overhead the porch, I'm just gonna add a little flat roof. Now I already have pillars like in each corner, so I don't need to put another one. But if you didn't have those walls connecting there, then you would put some pillars underneath. I would use the round pillars are cute. You can use those too, but there's all different pillars, but the basic ones are the ones I use in between the nooks and crannies of the walls. And now we're going to move on to the windows. So for the windows, it normally depends on what build you're doing. I like the traditional windows. They have all different sizes, you can tell. But these ones are also nice, the factory windows, if you're building a house that kind of has that style to it. But it doesn't really go with this house that I'm building, so I'm not going to use those ones. Let's see what other windows I could use. The basic ones in the beginning are not that cute. Like, I do not recommend using this one, the curved window. I never like that one. I don't use it. It's just not that cute. The circle ones are okay at some points. It depends on like the build, and then the commercial windows are nice too. But they wouldn't go with this build exactly. I think they would go with a more like commercial build or modern build or something. So what I'm trying to say basically is always match your windows to your doors. I feel like that's the best thing to do. So basically if you're building a commercial like builds or something like a commercial cafe or commercial house, then use the commercial windows. If you're doing a modern house, use the modern windows. Basic house, basic windows. And if you're building a traditional house like I'm doing, just use the traditional windows. So I'm gonna settle on those traditional windows because they match the door, obviously. And this is kind of a traditional house, with the gable roofs and the windows and the doors. And I'm also going to add fencing. I haven't used the picket fence yet in any of my builds, so I'm going to use that, and I really like it. It's actually really cute, and of course it matches. It's really traditional looking. And so I'm just going to add that on each side. And then I do not want to keep this ugly grass color. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some different flooring on the front of my front yard. I'm just going to fill it all up with a floor, and then I'm going to color it the grass texture and do whatever color of grass I would like. So you can do that. As you can see, I'm just filling up the front. I'm not gonna floor inside the house because I don't want grass inside my house, but I think I'm gonna just I have the grass texture, and I'm gonna use the color Grime. I've never actually used that shade of green before, but I actually like it, and it fits well with this build. So now we're gonna be working on a painting, So basically for the front porch, I guess you could do wood or logs, but I prefer doing concrete because I think it looks realistic, because most of us I think have like concrete porches, so I'm doing a concrete little porch there. And let me just paint on my door quick. So for the door, you could do wooden planks, you could do plywood, anything really that looks nice, not bricks though, but anything realistic, and I like the color linen. It's a nice wooden base color, and it's kind of aesthetic too. And basically, now for the lighting, because I think it's going to be a little bit dark, I wouldn't recommend using those basic lights unless you're doing a budget home, but always use a variety of lights in your builds. Don't do the same one for every single room. That just won't look too cute. And you see, these lights in the beginning aren't that cute after all. So I'm just going to keep scrolling. I mean, this little circle light for $98, it's kind of cute. I would use that in a small room, but I wouldn't just use that for my whole entire house. And so you can search the word wall in the search bar. And so I'm going to get these outdoor wall lights, which I'm just going to hang up. And for the color of your lights, always change the color to linen or salmon, which are my favorite. I do salmon for my blush houses, but I'm just going to show you what each one looks like. And then linen I do for warm lighting. That's cute. Okay. So you see here, this one of them's linen. The one on the left is the salmon one. The one on the right is the linen one. And so yeah, and I'm just going to paint the textures to the walls. Brick, I love this brick texture. It's really cute, but I'm not gonna paint the whole entire outside of the house brick because I want to have a little bit of a variety of textures. So for this one, I'm just gonna do a plain white color, I suppose. One other tip is to plan out a color scheme before you build, which is exactly what I did not do. Wow, I completely forgot, but I guess we can just build as you go. You don't need a color scheme, but that's what most people do, It really helps with your builds. There's a tip I forgot to tell you guys. Anyway, so always make a path leading up to your front door, your front porch in your builds. You could use the path in build mode. I don't like it that much, or you could just use a floor. You could use a carpet and color the texture to be stone. But my favorite all-time thing to use to make a path is in the garden build mode section. In the garden decoration section, you can find these little stepping stones. They have a variety of them. I like these square ones, and I just arrange them, to make a little stepping stone path up to my front porch, which I think that's really cute. And I colored them the same concrete texture as my front porch, and there you go. I like that. And also, on your front porch, I guess you could do a welcome mat. I kind of like that. I don't know. I might get rid of it. I don't know. But anyways, so there's that, the front porch, And these walls are kind of empty back here, so I'm just going to fill them up with windows too. The more the merrier. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but anyways. So there's that. Now in the front yard, I always want to add lots of gardening, because if you don't have any gardening, it just won't make your build pop and look nice. So I'm going to add a variety of trees and maybe some flowers and bushes and rocks and things. But basically my favorite trees are the rough cypress trees. As you see, I just added 4 of them, and I'm going to arrange them a little bit in the front yard. Spread them out a bit. Don't add too many, completely covering your house. That just won't look good. So add a few here and there. Add a different variety of them, although for this one I'm just going to use this and use the rough cypress. And for the stems of the trees, I use the color linen. You could also use any dark brown color, And I'm going to do a different shade of green for each of the actual tree color, like the leaves. Just to make it look more realistic, because not all the trees are the same, obviously. They're not all the same shade and color, And so I just added some trees, and now, let's see, I guess I'll add a bush, here and there. I guess I'll add one over there, and then maybe one over here. And I don't like the ugly forest green color it comes with, so I'm just going to do a different, lighter, and maybe then a darker one. I'll do different colors, because I want it to have a variety of nice aesthetic green color. And now I'm going to add some flowers here and there to make it pop. The sunflowers are my personal favorite. I really love sunflowers in real life and in the game. It just makes it super cute and pops. And I love it. And now, let's see, I'm also going to add some fallen leaves. These are one of my other favorite items. I don't know if they really match, because sunflowers are like summer and then fallen leaves are like for fall, but I really like them. So I'm just going to add some along with these short little bushes, which are okay to add here and there. The other items, always make sure that your flowers and your bushes and whatever you add along with your trees are always kind of matching. But I'm also going to add some boulders, I've seen people do this, like the boulder and the bush thing. If you go check out Annex's channel, he's got lots of subscribers, like thousands, and I really like his builds. adds, I'm trying to he's done a decent starter home build similar to this, but anyway, go check out that video. And then we're just gonna paint up the roofs. I gotta paint the little porch one too. I'm gonna paint the roof. You could either do there's 2 roof textures, or you could just do a plain white like I did. And of course I matched the second texture to match the walls, the brick, and so yeah, there's the roofing. And what should I do next? I really don't know. I think that's it. Oh, wait, I forgot. So also add some shutters to your doors and your windows, and then curtains on the inside. Once again, I'll do the exterior builds in my next, it might not be my next video, but in the future video, I'll do the part 2 of this. I mean, the interior, this was the exterior, and I'll do the interior in another future video, which will be part 2 to this decent starter home, plus tips and tricks. So that was the video, guys. And I just realized I forgot to add wall trims. Wow. I think I'll do that in part 2, but always add a little bit of wall trim. I mean, it still looks okay on the outside, but stay tuned for part 2 of this video, the interior, and I hope you enjoyed, guys. Here's some building tips. Oh, you can also check out other videos too, but subscribe and leave a like and join my group. Bye.